when it comes to MoCRA, which is what this whole series is going to be about, there's nobody better in the world to partner with than Pam. Pam is the person that is going to take a deep dive into all the changes that the FDA is coming through with MoCRA, and she is going to make it really simple. So just to quickly summarize, we're going to have on my website alerts and updates and guidelines, and we're also going to do some Q&A on Zoom that are live, and then we're going to record them and drop them in there. So we're going to have a lot of free information that just demystifies what the FDA is doing. It's very confusing right now. It's not complete, and Pam is going to simplify it for everyone and answer all the questions, and we'll have that available to you. We will have these videos on a regular basis, and it's meant to help everyone. It's meant to answer some of the most obvious questions and some of the most confusing rollouts by the FDA. So we will be constantly rolling this out. So before we wrap it up for today, I just wanted to ask you, Pam, I've kind of, as usual, gone in and out of my order of questions and brought you left, brought you right, then brought you back to product listings. So is there anything that you want to add today that I haven't touched upon that you think is important to mention in today's call?
Okay, well, I think it's important to recognize that MoCRA has almost a dozen different aspects. And all we've talked about today are the 4 that are going to come due before the end of the year on December 29th. But there's other aspects for labeling. There's a fragrance flavors allergen rule. There's a GMP rule. There's PFAs in cosmetics. There's the recall aspect. So there are other things that are a little bit further out, but we've just focused today on those most immediate items, those 4 that are going to be in effect by the end of the year. So MoCRA is going to be evolving over a number of years, and it's going to affect the brands and the contract manufacturers both as it rolls out through 2024, 2025, 2026, and beyond. Like, for example, the GMPs for contract manufacturers, there is going to be a GMP requirement. There has not been codified GMPs yet for cosmetics. FDA has issued a guidance document that hopefully cosmetic manufacturers are aware of and are following, and there will be codified GMPs like there are for drug products, but we don't know what's going to be adopted. Those GMPs, they're going to go through evolution. They're going to be presented as a proposed rule. There's going to be comments made. That whole process will take place, and we will all be able to participate in that process as they evolve. And those will then be adopted further out, 2025, 2026, and then go into have an implementation period. But we don't want to impress upon you that these 4 things we've talked about today are the only aspects of MoCRA. There's a lot more that's coming along that we're going to have to be aware of and be compliant to. So I hope that adds to the anguish.
Yes. So just to wrap up everything, we're here as a service to help you understand everything the FDA is rolling out. Pam is going to be our resident expert in interpreting what the FDA is saying and what that's going to mean to you as a contract manufacturer or to you as a brand. Pam is going to keep updating what I call guidelines or alerts. And so we already have 2 that exist, is what we talked a lot about today, that we will be offering to you for free, because in our opinion, this is a guideline of what is happening, what should you be aware of, what can you be doing now, how is it taking information and just putting it into 2 separate categories, so it's very clear, like, oh, are you a contract manufacturer or are you a brand? What do you need to be doing? We will have this on 10th Studios website available to you. We will also grab your email from you so that we can automatically email you the next version when Pam updates it. As Pam said, there are at least a dozen or so attributes of MoCRA that will be rolled out over time. So today we only talked about 4, and we can't even define all 4 because there will be changes coming through. We're here to offer you the service of coming into your company and giving you a gap analysis of, do you need to comply to MoCRA? What do you need to do? And your team can then go do it yourself, because there isn't a cost to list your products with the FDA, or we can come in and do all your product listings for you, or we can act as your agent for your overseas factory. If that factory, as Pam ran it through, the order is that your factory should be registering first, so that when you do your product listing, that you're listing the facility that's manufacturing your product, it already has their registration number. So we will do it for you if that's easier for your team, or we can teach you what you need to do and your team can do it on your own. We're here as you wish, and you might not use us too much in 2023, but then 2024 becomes more complex. So we know that this is new, and we know that it's confusing, and we know that it's daunting. And so that is our hope, is that we're just going to do a lot of videos to make it really simple, so that it's not so daunting and you can kind of take a piece, one by one. But we are very used to product listings with the FDA for OTC. So this will be something that is, it makes sense to us of what we have to do next. We will do some Q&A and videos, and I'll put that on the website too. So in case you miss it, if we drop it into LinkedIn or if we drop it into email and you miss it, they'll be sitting on my website so that you can just access the videos and go through it. You can send us your questions because I'm sure if you have a question, everybody else has the same question. So we're here to help you. We all want a safe product in the marketplace, and we all want it to be FDA compliant. Nobody wants to go through a recall. I know Pam in her career has handled where brands have called her and they are going through a recall, and they've asked her to step in and walk them through the process of how to handle that situation. And it is a terrible situation to be in the middle of an FDA recall. And often it can be that it's not on purpose. It's that you have missed a few key things, and it's a terrible situation to be in. So our job is to help you prevent that and to walk you through. And I think Pam can also agree that I think it's, what was it, 1986 was the last time that the FDA came out with changes for cosmetics. So this is significant. MoCRA is a significant change to the industry. It's not going away. It will only get more defined and more comprehensive, and there's more coming our way. So this is a big deal.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's a huge change for the cosmetic industry. And it's they've never been heavily regulated, and now this is going to change the whole environment for cosmetic manufacturing and for the brands also. And it's going to be a lot of work. It's a lot of I think one of the most difficult parts of it is going to be the safety. One of the most difficult aspects, the safety substantiation, trying to either gather the information if it's been done, or have it done if it's not been done, and it's going to, and if you have a lot of SKUs, you have a lot of different products, that can be monumental in trying to attack how to do those listings. And so it's just something very, very new for the industry. And I think everyone is going to struggle through it in different ways, but we can only hope that we're going to get some really good concrete guidance from FDA as we move forward through this year. So keep our fingers crossed. So.
Okay, well, I think that is it for today. So again, this is Courtney Haley, owner of 10th Studio. We are a full service product development and manufacturing agency, and Pam Locatell from Sage Quality Service. Pam is, I would say, all things regulatory expert, has expertise in quality systems, regulatory, OTC products. Again, Pam and I have worked together since 2001. I keep wanting to say 2002, but it's 2001. And you couldn't have a better team to roll out MoCRA with, to guide you through. So we are here to help you. We look forward to answering all your questions. And at the end of these videos, we'll list email addresses and websites and all the information about how to get in touch with us if you have a question. And we will start doing more and more videos and help you through MoCRA. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the next video. Okay.